Hi everybody, Cynthia here. I am back to share with you a bunny face embellishment that I put on a gift tag, and I used my basket weave embossing folder. I used my stitched circle dies, and then I used some of my oval dies here. The oval dies, these are also stitched. The oval dies and the circle dies I purchased on Amazon. I will post a link below this video. And if they, oh, and I'm so sorry. I also used my scallop oval dies, and these are also stitched. I used the largest one and the second largest one to create the tag, which we're going to do together. And as I was saying, I purchased all of these on Amazon, so I will post a link below in case you do not have these. Now, for the oval die, it measures, in case you're cutting it on your Cricut or Silhouette, 4.5 by 3 1/4, and the second one that we're going to layer on top measures about 4 by 2, a little over 2 3/4. Okay, so we're going to do this, but I'm going to share with you how my tag turned out, and then we will make this really sweet bunny face embellishment. Very similar to the bunny we did for the treat box, except we're going to draw the eyes on and they look closed, and I put a bunch of eyelashes on the bunny's eyes. And I was actually inspired to do the eyes like this because I didn't have a circle punch smaller than 1/2 inch, and I really didn't want to cut them on my Cricut. And I was gifted this bag years ago by Crafty Irina. Hi, Irene. And I was just, it was on my other desk, and I was looking over at it as I was trying to figure this out. And I thought, oh my gosh, look at these eyelashes. They're gorgeous. Let me see if I can draw something similar. And that's what I came up with. So I'll walk you through that. And then we're going to just put the bunny face together, very similar to how we did for the treat box. But this is how my tag turned out. And right now the yellow, I used yellow glitter glue, which I use often. You can see my bottle's just about empty. And this was from Studio G, and I had just finished putting it on, so it really has to dry. But, you know, we're going to get started on the tag. And then I didn't have a plain Happy Easter sentiment that was small enough, so I just hand wrote it with my Sharpie marker, and that's what we're going to use for the face. So let me set this aside, and we're going to put our tag together. So I have some yellow and white gingham, my first larger tag, oval. I ran through my embossing folder, basket weave, and then I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this one. And just try and center it as best you can over the white cardstock. I'm trying to press it down, but not too hard because I really don't want to lose. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if you lose the embossing underneath this tag, but just make sure it's nice and pressed down. And then I'm going to use my hole punch to punch a hole. So let me just drag this big guy out here. Okay, so we have our hole for the tag. The ribbon I'm using is pink and white gingham, and it's 7/8 of an inch wide. And I'm just going to use my tweezer to pull that through. And this, I just got it from Michael's. It's the Celebrate It 360 ribbon. In case you're looking for pink and white gingham. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue, like a little dab right here. And I'm just going to glue that up. It just makes it a little bit easier when you go to tie. I'm going to do the same to the back. Just like that. And then I'm going to trim it. Okay, and then I took some white seam binding that I had in my stash. This isn't crinkled, it's just the cream white seam binding. And I've had scraps of this stuff for a long time, so I am this year really trying to use up the items I have in my stash. We collect so much over the years, and they always come out with new products, and then you keep buying the new products and the old ones keep piling up. And I thought, you know what, I really want to use my stuff, so I am going to be like a super crafter this year and just keep crafting for craft shows. And I know in August I already start my Halloween series, so I'll be trying to use up a lot of my Halloween items that I have purchased over the years and never used. And Christmas, oh my gosh, I'm sure you guys all have stockpiles of holiday items like I do. The one thing I don't have a lot of is Easter. And because the stuff that I have purchased for Easter, I pretty much used it up right away. So that's kind of good. Okay, so I just tied a bow around my pink and white gingham with this seam binding. So this is the tag. We're going to set this aside and put together our little bunny face embellishment. So I'm going to give you some sizes that I used. Okay, my stitched circle is 2 inches. The white cardstock of the bunny ear is about 1 3/8 of an inch high by looks like a smidgen over an inch wide. And then the pink part for the ear is 3/4 of an inch by 1 I'd say close to 1 1/8. Okay, and then for the face part here, where his little nose is, the circles I've used are 1/2 inch. Let me double check. Oh, see, I knew I was going to do that. I went and got glitter on my ear. Let me clean that off quick. I smudged one of these. I don't know where. I'll have to check it out later. But I knew it wasn't dry, and I'm handling it, and I dipped my finger in it. Okay, so the heart, the pink heart for the nose is definitely the tiny little punch that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's the Paper Studio. And I'm pretty sure it's 1/2 inch. No, it's less than 1/2. It's 1, 2, 3, 5/8 of an inch for the nose. And then the circles are larger. They're 3/4 of an inch. I thought they were a 1/2 inch punch, but it's not. It's 3/4. Okay, so those are my measurements. Let's glue the little ears together. And we're going to place the ears on, and then we're going to draw our eyes. And I did practice on some plain cardstock before I gave it a shot on the embellishment itself. So I would suggest you do the same and practice drawing the eyes a little bit before you actually put them on your embellishment, or do them lightly with a pencil maybe, and then you can go ahead and go in and erase any pencil marks you might have. And the little ears, I'm actually going to just put those ovals right together, touching on the sides there. Okay, so let me set this aside and get out a scrap piece of cardstock. Okay, so for the eyes, let's just say our ears are here, okay? So what I did was I went down from there and I found my center of the ear, gave it a little space, and I'm just gonna make a swoop up, down, and leave a little mark. Then you're gonna come over here, up, down, and leave a little mark. And then for the eyelashes, when you draw them, you're going to start off with little lines, and then when you get towards the center, you want to make them a little bit longer, and then go to short. Same thing over here, short lines. When you get towards the center, you want to make your lines a little bit longer, and then go back down to short. And that's pretty much all I did, and that's what I'm going to do on here. So here is the center. Small swoop and up. Almost like an S. If you look at it this way, it looks like you're making an S. If that's any help. It's kind of hard for me to tell you how to draw these because I just kind of just make curvy lines like that. And then real gently go in and draw small lashes. Make them a little longer in the center, and then go to small in the end. Short, long, short. And that's all I did for the eyelashes. So it kind of looks like the eyes are closed. And I'm going to take my 3/4 of an inch white circles, and I'm going to glue them together right at the edge. And then I'm going to take my pink heart, glue that in the center, just like that. Take my Sharpie, and I'm just going to draw some whiskers. 1, 2, 3. Do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Flip it around. I'm going to add some foam tape for dimension. Let me use my thinner stuff here. And I'm going to add it to my little bunny face. It's so cute. And then I'm just going to draw a very small U between these two white circles where the cheeks are for the mouth. And that's it, guys. That's our bunny embellishment. I'm going to pop this onto my tag. And I placed it on my tag to where these two, just 3 white and yellow gingham scallops at the top. If you want to know where placement was, press that down. Now on this one I glued my ears right on, but this one I added foam tape on the ears. I had forgotten to do that, but it looks cute either way, so I'm going to leave it. And then I hand wrote Happy Easter on white cardstock, and I backed it up with pink cardstock. So I'm going to flip that over and add some foam tape for dimension. And I'm going to place that right here at the bottom. And then I just went in with this glitter glue and I made 3 little dots in the bottom of my sentiment. And then I went in and I dotted the white scallops right in the center of the white scallops. And you're just going to go around your whole tag. You could probably do this first and let it dry, but I'm not doing the scallops that are under my sentiment. I'm just doing the ones that are showing. And flip this around. This would be a really cute tag to add to, you know, if you're giving gift bags out, but just tie it on to your Easter baskets. And that is it, guys. That is my little Easter bunny face embellishment and gift tag. I hope you guys give it a try. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. You take care and happy crafting.